Understand my English?
Yes, mommy.
Seeming like she's controlling the whole thing. Do you understand? Long and short of the story, like I said, dumb girl syndrome.
Do you actually think like if I take... Give me now, let me drop
Nice
it now.
one. Thank you for hitting me. You're a fool. You're a big fool.
Okay.
You hit me. From where to where? Why will you touch me? Are you
Why the
okay?
fuck would you tell me to shut up? Why the fuck would you tell me to shut up? Why the fuck would you tell me to shut up?
Are you crazy?
Stop, leave me alone. Stop.
Are you mad?
Stop, leave me alone.
Are you this? Are you stupid?
Hey my lovelies, what's up and welcome back to the channel. This is Trends and Gist Arena, where we bring you the latest and juiciest tea on the internet. So it is that time of the week again where we review everything that has happened in Biggie's house, right? So this is the second week's review, and let me tell you something, a lot has gone down. Like when I say a whole lot has gone down since the last time we met. So let's pick it up from where we stopped. You all know that they were all up for elimination on Sunday, but I already know that they were not going anywhere. But Ebuka was trying to mess with their heads a bit. But anyways, back in the house, Denari's birthday was on Sunday, and he had gotten a cake from Big Brother based on his request. Big Brother brought cake, small chops, and alcohol into the house for them. So he had told them not to take the alcohol until the head of house challenge game was over, right? So Joanna was the one in charge of the cake. Like, she was the one in charge of cutting the cake and giving it to her housemate. That's how Ivata came. She picked a piece of the cake, and then all of a sudden they started fighting. Ivata called Joanna a bitch, and then they started going all and on. You're a bitch, you're this, you're that. I'm like, on top cake. Although Ivata was the first person to call Joanna a bitch, but then the way Joanna insulted this lady, well, they insulted each other. I'm not going to say one person insulted the other person. Anyways, fast forward to the next day. So Thelma had won the head of house challenge on Sunday, and she was supposed to defend her title the next day. So Thelma had picked or chosen Kumi as the head of house guest or assistant, although he's not an assistant, like officially he's not an assistant, he's just a guest to the house, to the head of house lounge, right? So she had chosen Kai Kumi as her guest. She had told Kai Kumi to summon all the housemates so they can gather together to go through the brief that Big Brother had given to them. Then Kai Kumi came downstairs and said, oh, Kola is in the restroom, but Bright is still bitching about or something. So I'm like, when he said that thing, I first of all, I thought he said Bryce is being sluggish or so, until the housemates started saying, oh, he called Bryce Morgan a bitch. So when Bryce Morgan came downstairs, Bryce Morgan was even angry. He was shouting at him. He was confronting Kai Kumi that why will he tell him that, oh, there are mirrors in the house, there are mirrors everywhere in the house. So apparently Kai Kumi had told Bryce Morgan upstairs that, oh, that there are mirrors everywhere in the house. Why is he staying put to the one upstairs? So that was even the anger Bryce Morgan was bringing downstairs, until Mide and Ruboy told Bryce Morgan that Kai Kumi even called him a bitch. Hey, God, I beg. When Bryce Morgan heard this, he lost all control. My guy climbed so far. He ran to the kitchen. Guess what he was looking for? Bottle to break Kai Kumi's head. It was like he's going to break Kai Kumi's head and he will get that strike and go home. He doesn't care. But I'm like, is this the same bride? The same bride that we think is a furniture in the house? I'm like, what's happening? Anyways, so after Thelma won the head of house games, right? Like I said, she was supposed to defend the title in the head of house challenger game on Monday. But Big Brother actually brought a twist to the challenger game, right? So instead of Thelma, that's the head of house, picking the people she wants to challenge, like the people she wants to challenge her, Big Brother picked the top 6 runner-ups in the actual head of house games to compete against Thelma, right? So Victory won and he became the new head of house. The highlight, one of the major highlights for this week is that Victory, after winning, did not pick Gigi Jasmine as the head of house lounge guests. when when Big Brother asked, although I kind of saw it coming because he had been giving Gigi Jasmine some off vibes, right? So I probably saw, I was surprised, I was shocked, but it is not something I did not see coming, because he was already giving her some vibes that, oh, he wants to start talking to other people, he doesn't want to stay put to her and all of that. When Big Brother asked Victory to pick his guest, and he picked Joanna, I'm like, men are what again? And at that same moment, the camera just shifted to Gigi Jasmine. You can actually see that this lady, almost, she cried though. She really, really cried. I'm like, hey, yeah, look, I really felt bad for her, but why would she lose her guard like that? Barely a week into the game, and you are already head over heels in love with this guy. I understand that she's a lover girl, plus one day in Big Brother's house is like, I don't know, maybe 1 week. But even at that, you should not just let your guard down and then fall in love with someone that you are not even sure about his intention. Fine, he told you that he likes you and all of that, but you need to be sure. You need to confirm his intentions towards you before you even start giving him green light and all that. Anyways, moving on to Mide and Zita. They had a fight over food. So on Thursday, Mide had asked Zita if she wanted to cook. From what she said, she had asked Zita nicely if she wanted to cook, but Zita did not answer her. Zita was kind of rude to her. So Mide had gone ahead to cook, and she was also going to cook for Damboskid. So she was telling Damboskid that, oh, I asked your wife if she wanted to cook. I asked her nicely, but she was being rude. So when she was saying all of that, Zita was just saying, hey, blah, she was trying to like mock her or something. That's how Mide just said, shut up. When Mide said shut up, that's how Zita also flared up that, why will you tell me to shut up, this and that. So apparently Mide was trying to cut carrots. She was holding a knife to cut carrots, right? So when Zita came to her, Zita was holding a pot. She came to her. So when Zita came to her, she used the pot to hit her hand, so the knife fell off. So it was not seeming, because Mide was pointing the knife at Zita, so it was not seeming as though Mide was aiming at Zita with the knife. No, Mide was already cutting carrot before then. Zita came to her with pots to like eat her hand with the pot, right? So I'm like, so when Zita was aiming at Mide, but Damboskid was holding her. In my mind, I'm like, okay, if Damboskid leaves in her, what do you want to do? Yeah, just the babe was just doing grag. I like Zita, but I'm like, this housemate, they will just be doing grag. So if they leave you now, like, okay, one-on-one, stay with this person, what are you going to do? I'm always curious, like, what funny thing is that they're not going to do jack shit, right? Anyways, let's move on to the salt of the house. You already know what the salt of the house is, Sultana. I already said it last week that I don't know what Dede did to these ladies, Dede and Mide, but majorly Dede. I don't know what she ever did. Maybe they had met outside the house, although Sultana mentioned that they met at the medicals, but she didn't even say whether they had any issue or so. She just said that, oh, the babe was trying to form perfect. But Sultana, Doris, and Sabrina, what did Dede and Mide, particularly Dede, ever do to them? So first of all, Sultana, Koyi, and who is this person? Zita. They were talking about Mide and Dede. You know that Zita just finished having a fight with Mide, right? Zita had a fight with Mide. So she was talking to Sultana about both of them. That's all. Sultana was trying to analyze these two ladies. Then all of a sudden she said, oh, she has said it before, that these two ladies, they have dumb girl syndrome. I'm like, from where to where, Sultana? These ladies didn't, as in the way Sultana especially is always analyzing these ladies in the house. The other day she said, Dede is just a surface level babe. She doesn't have any depth to her. Now she's calling them dumb girls, literally. She was like, oh, that they are suffering from personality issues. They've not realized themselves yet. And I'm like, who made this lady judge over these girls? Because at this point it's just sheer jealousy and hatred, and that's also what herself Koyi was even trying to say no, that Dede knows herself and all of that. So Tana still stood her ground that no, that Dede is suffering from personality issue and all of that. And then there's the same thing that they brought up. Dede, Sultana, Doris, and Sabrina, they still brought Dede and Mide's case up, especially Dede. That's how Doris started saying, oh, Dede is a sugar baby. She has she has a sugar daddy outside. That's why she's not trying to get into any ship. That because the sugar daddy is the one sponsoring her lifestyle. Because if not, she does. Where did she get the money to be buying expensive things like this? That she doesn't work. So where did she get money to be buying expensive things? And then she was like, oh, that she actually likes Jason. That's Dede. Dede likes Jason, but because they're on TV and her sponsor is going to be watching her, so she does not want to do anything on camera. When she was saying all of this, I'm just like, these ladies, Doris, Sabrina, and Sultana, are obviously jealous. This is like, it's not even needing anymore. This is daylight jealousy, and it is so obvious. And what these housemates don't know is, the more they keep talking about this particular person, the more attention they draw to her. Now, as at the time I'm making this video, she's at 100k. She has 100k followers on Instagram now. The more they keep talking about this particular housemate, is either she becomes the underdog where people start pitying her and then giving her pity votes, or people now start paying more attention to her and even start seeing the beauty they've been talking about, that, oh, for these people to be talking about this particular person this much, that means that she has something to her. So people pay more attention to her to look for what that particular thing that other people are saying in her that making them run their mouth and talk about her this often, right? So I think that's going to be the end of our review for this week. Please stay tuned, subscribe, watch, and make sure you drop 1 or 2 comments about what you think about the review and who your favorite housemate has been so far. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.